want to be blessed to feel blessed.
Gotta get my theme music in.
You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than
Can you hear that?
Check this out.
Overflow. Listen.
Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith the size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed, to be a blessing.
Come on, loosen up, Tony.
No more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in every session. I got to do something with this life he give. His plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I wanna be blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. That's when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. In the overflow. Blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am. In the overflow. In the overflow. I wanna be blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Let's go. See, we got to speak that thing into existence.
Speak it into existence.
Because it's gonna happen. You gotta believe it.
You gotta believe it. And in your mind. And in your soul. Hey.
So you gotta repeat this after me.
See what you said, so you can say what you heard.
I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, you repeat after me. Come on, say. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living.
All right, y'all. That's enough. That song is called Overflow by yours truly, me. You can find it on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you want to get it, y'all. Go and get that song and lift yourself up. It's called Overflow, baby. And this show is also called Overflow, the Everyday People Show. The show where who? Folks like me and you get to come on and just chop it up. See, the way we do it right here, the way you talk about it in the barbershop, the beauty salon, on the street corner, wherever you talk trash at, about politics or whatever you do it, this is where you come and let it loose right here. So this is what I want y'all to do. If y'all want to come on live, put your email address in the comments, and I'll bring you on. We can chop it up. But right now, I'm finna get ready to bring my co-host in. I want to bring my boy Jermaine in. Mr. Jermaine, me and Jermaine, we got a problem. I'm trying to get Jermaine to start voting, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this voter to vote for Joe Biden, y'all. His mama, he told me his mama told him if he was running, she would vote for Joe Biden. I'm going to bring my boy Jermaine in. Jermaine, what's up, dog?
Yo.
Hey, that's true, though, man. Your mama say she'll vote for Joe Biden if you were running.
Hey, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, man. So you got to support Joe Biden, then, man. You got to do what mama told you to do, man. All right? Okay, I'm going to bring the wild, man. He told me to call him Furquan, but if you watch his lives on Facebook, this guy be having fits. He got the right name. His name is Fitz. So this, I'm going to bring my boy in. Food, what's up, man? What's going on with you?
What up, family? What up, y'all?
What's going on with you?
What up, Jermaine?
Hey, but look,
Yeah,
I got a special guest coming on. She gonna fill in for my boy Charisma, man. I think you gonna love her, Fitz. She talking some stuff that you love to talk about. She love it. I'm gonna bring my girl in. I'm gonna bring my girl in from the Tony B show. My girl, Tony B. What's up, Tony B?
What's up, fam?
What's going on?
You know
Hey,
that's
man.
right.
Hey, y'all introduce yourself to my girl, man, Tony B, man.
I'm Jermaine.
Okay.
Oh, see, here you go. He made it already. I'm saying, I know. But look, y'all, since it was a holiday, man, I ain't really have nothing planned today, so I got a surprise for y'all. Today is co-host show day. So I'm just here, man. Y'all gonna talk about what y'all want to talk about. I ain't got no topics and nothing to talk about, so whatever y'all want to chop it up about, I'm gonna get in the conversation with y'all. I'm putting it on y'all today, man. Y'all gonna earn that check today, man.
Well, let's talk. Let's start out with some front page news. Let's start with that. Let's start out with some entertainment stuff. Something a little light. So I know everybody heard about Dr. Dre's wife asking for $2 million, right, a month.
Who?
Dr. Dre, the producer,
Yeah.
his ex-wife is asking for $2 million a month spousal support.
$2 million.
She need it.
But let me tell you what the breakdown of it is as far as why she asking for it. So she asking for $10,000 a month for cleaning and dry cleaning and cleaning.
She must have cleaned in a while then.
$20,000 a month for cell phone, email. That's $20,000. $900,000 a month for entertainment purpose. $125,000 a month for charitable donations. $100,000 a month for mortgage. $60,000 a month for education. What else? I think that may be some miscellaneous stuff.
I think I saw that too, man. She got something like for clothes too, right?
Oh yeah. It's like $135,000 a month for clothes. So my question is, what make her think she deserved that?
Because
that's how she live already. Like when that is a part of it. When that you become accustomed to a lifestyle, and then we're no longer together. And plus, I've been with you throughout these years dealing with all of this. That's her lifestyle. Like, so how do you suggest a person go back to just not anything? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, because she's been taken care of. That's her lifestyle. So
I'm not suggesting that she go back to being broke. If she was broke when they got together, I don't know what her status was when she got together. But come on, you got to admit, $2 million a month. That's a little excessive.
Well, I think that legally, what they'll do is bump it up because they know the person is gonna bump. You know what I'm saying? You beef up the numbers, so we're starting here to negotiate. You get what I'm saying? Right. So if I ask you to, can we get right here with this work? But I'm still thinking her standards are gonna still be high because of the lifestyle that they live in. You know, keeping up, like you said. Okay, take the house Evander Holyfield had. His yard, you know, that what's the rapper that own it now?
Rick Ross.
Yeah, the landscaping alone ran the whole bill up. So these are certain things that they're gonna have to keep up. You can't just not. She might not get $2 million, but they gotta ask for that to get in a comfortable range where she can continue her standard of living. And those people.
But let me ask you something. Was she living like that before him?
But it don't matter. They've been together long enough to where that means they don't have kids, raise family. Look how long they were together. At this point, you can't just go, okay, now you're gonna go back to what hell, you can't even remember what the hell. You've been with somebody 20-something years. Do you remember before you got with him? Hell no.
I think this is why I think the reason why she went so high, I think she knows something that he don't want to get out. She like, hey, you gonna give that up. Yeah. Ain't no reason. I mean, no rational why she thinks she would get that. I mean, 500,000. Dr. Dre's a billionaire,
and that's why he's a billionaire.
Yeah, like
you know what?
At it.
Yeah, you know what Eddie Murphy said? Half.
Come on, yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, for $2 million, it might be cheaper just to knock her off.
Well, damn.
See, now ain't nobody gonna get nothing.
He said that whatever his name is, look up his analytics. Jermaine said
He said choking.
And this is what's crazy. I always think about like these people that we would use the term. I don't want to say well, I use it. We use it loosely. Filthy rich. When they'll never technically see every one of those dollars. That's what's going on with our economy. All of these entertainers and other people, like, I need my money. You get what I'm saying? So the money that they're saying they're going to pay these people is caught up in fake ass stocks. You know what I'm saying? The stock market for shit that they don't see is caught up in other countries. It's like your worth is that you don't technically have that amount of money. It's just your worth and your power, how your name flows. Somebody can, that person, like you said, even for their cell phone bill, I was going to say this, her cell phone bill has to be so much because they got all these, they can't just, they got private lines that they don't want people to get their information. Remember the Kardashians kept those, they kept their little phones. What's the Motorola phones that you couldn't really,
the flip phone.
Huh?
The flip phones.
Not the flip one, but the one that,
the Razor.
You had a machine. You had a typing machine on it.
Oh, the keyboard. Oh, you talking about like a BlackBerry or something like that?
They kept their Blackberries because Blackberries, you couldn't crack them. So that's that about entertainment. I say give her the money. Hell, it looked like we coming to the end of the world anyway. Shit, give her money. California burning up. She got to move somewhere anyway. That's why I was like, give it. Okay, shit, she can get the fuck on.
Yeah, but see, my issue with that is I get what you're saying, and you're speaking from a woman's point of view. So I get the dynamic that you're putting out there. If that woman has been with that man for that long, if she hasn't put away money just in case something happened, in case she can't get this $2 million, to me that's a problem. Because I don't think anybody, if I'm married to somebody and I become successful, or you use the Oprah situation, I'm not going to sit there and rest on what she do. What's the name? Stedman do other shit. He do things. He not if they were not to be together, then he wouldn't. I mean, he can. Don't get it twisted. He can ask for whatever he can ask for, but at the same time, I think you should be able to stand on your own. $2 million a month, that's bullshit. Because
she can't even stand on her own because we don't even know her name. We just going, she's Dr. Dre's wife. And the rest
no,
of
I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, and I'm gonna use you for an example. If you're married to Dr. Dre, now I'm not saying you're not getting pampered and everything like that. Every woman, at least every woman I know, they keep a stash. And if you're getting that kind of money, she got money somewhere. I know there's no way that she doesn't. And if you do that, why are you not doing something on your own to generate your own income? He ain't even got to know. Shit, it doesn't matter. And if she a ride or die, she doing something on the side just in case he fall off so she can take care of him. It don't seem like it's like that. Not in this type of situation.
Maybe, well, like I said, we don't. What is her name? Does anybody know Dr. Dre's wife or ex-wife name? Because that's what's crazy. That's your title. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about the woman, and we have already not given her any credit, but for being his wife. No, I don't even know the lady's name.
Yeah, but we're also on the East Coast. They're in California. I'm willing to bet people in California know exactly who she is when she goes somewhere. I guarantee you that one, because Cali's different. Back in the day with music, and I don't know how it was. Are you here in Atlanta?
Yes.
Okay, you're here in Atlanta. I was up in Jersey. Okay. Back in the day, musically, Q was going platinum.
Yeah.
You had somebody like EPMD. They was only going gold, but everybody loved them on the East Coast because Cali's different. They support each other.
Yeah.
So they move different in California.
Yeah, I believe me.
Everybody know who she is over there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do. I agree. They do move different. They are I say over on the, of course, and in the industry. You get what I'm saying? Alone in the industry, because that's where you're gonna have to be. You get what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be I get what you're saying. I'm agreeing to what you're saying, but there has to be some type of standards. And you gotta think this divorce, the word divorce alone makes people mad. You get what I'm saying? I've been through a divorce. You get what I'm saying? And I thought my ex-husband was really my friend. Like, I'm like, this is I'm like, nigga, I want to divorce you. You cool with that? And he wasn't cool with that. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different emotions brought up with it also, because you're about to pull something apart that's been together forever. So you might throw out words like, but you tell them I want this. You start saying mean stuff to the person that you really don't mean. So they got to go through that whole emotional state. And the 2 million might be at an emotional state of, I'm going to ask for this. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing, especially when you're dealing in the entertainment business. I guarantee you that woman is going to get everything she wants.
Yeah.
Because when you start talking about LA billionaire, and I've heard rumors about Dre, she gonna get that money. She gonna have to sign a non-disclosure agreement about whatever. She can't do no books, all that shit.
I agree.
He don't want what is out there or can come out to come out.
Hey, and see, this is why I say when you got money like that, you can't be with me and talk about something you ain't working. I'm taking care of you. Nah, you gonna have to have something going on.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't know. She might have been working or run something like most of the time the spouse runs the nonprofit part of their, you know what I'm saying? The spouse is the person that's over your nonprofit. Like people with a lot of money, that's how they deem it. Okay. And they make sure like big pastors, their wives get paid as being their wives. You get right. It is a job that you have to be. First lady's gonna get a cut for doing a job in the church. You get what I'm saying? And that could look like support or whatever it may be. So in actuality, she might already be doing these things that we don't have a clue of, because like I said, the saddest thing about it is we don't even know her. And I'm gonna pray for her to find, hey, you gotta find yourself.
But this is her second marriage. Her first marriage, she was married to an NBA player. So she used to getting caked up. Apparently.
Oh man, that mean okay. She got her profession, then she good. That means she gonna be on some Nicole Murphy shit. She gonna be with the next entertainment.
And I'm telling you, Nicole Murphy, I have been around her, and Nicole Murphy lived like I just don't give her. She still look good. She still dress young. She just go and do whatever the hell she want to do. Like she truly does. I've seen it in action. Like, what you gonna do?
Well, that's why I say it's cheaper to keep her, man.
Or the alternative.
But see, but see, here's the thing about that. These stars, all these stars, they already know what the deal is. These basketball stars, when you start messing with these women, you go outside of, you stop messing with the women you used to dealing with, and you start messing with these women who will be high class, I guess, you know, because they pretty and fine and all that. You think you got you some, but they could be having something in the back of their mind all the while. What they plan is to let the girl on Get Out. She trying to get with a black dude. She online searching for black dudes, and that's a true story. That's how they do it for real.
The thing, everybody has a motive, and let's say this: even if your motive is, let's give a good intention. You know, most people have a motive to be in love, and that's like to be with a person that's gonna give you energy, allow it back and forth. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you what happens. Everybody's motive is to find someone that they want to be with, even their friends, their relationships. So everybody has some type of motive. Nobody is sitting around going, you know what? I don't think anyone is sitting around just waiting on nothing. We all are looking, hell, just doing this show tonight. You got a motive of wanting to connect with somebody. So people can have bad intentions. That's true. But I'm telling you, these people be together for so long. How else are you going to find yourself with somebody? What do your dating pool go after that? How do you do that?
Good point.
So
shut that down, huh? Yeah. That made me laugh. Moving on. What else are we talking about?
What else going on? What's going on? What else going on in the world?
I can't hear you, Fitz.
Fitz had shut his mic off.
He shut his mic off?
Yep.
Oh, he must be on the phone then.
Yeah, so This
So
is the thing that I was saying the day that, and right before me and Robert came on, Jermaine, I was telling for the first time in my life, I'm admitting that I feel sad and unsure about the state of the black male. I didn't want to believe it before. I just really I saw it. I just kept saying no, and I'm watching it dead front and center. I'm going, this is sad. You see these two white fugitives don't made it all the way from Texas, shot a police. They on their way to Miami, and you haven't caught them. If that was two black men, they wouldn't have made it outside of the door. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
yo, hunt.
I didn't read. I didn't hear about that.
Oh
That
yes.
happened.
Oh my
That
God,
happened to
you
them.
need to see them. You need to. They are. It's truly some funny country shit that they letting these two white dudes make their way from Texas. They escaped. They fugitives, and they
well,
know they on their way.
it ain't no different. It ain't no different from the little white boy who shot the
No
people
doubt.
and ran up to the police with the. He gave a hand signal. He stood with the police and he went home. You know, got a gun and he too young now. First of all, he too young to have a gun, and they didn't even.
But they train these kids
Yeah.
like this. They training them like that. And I said, what was crazy, what maybe you guys don't know, I want to bring up is, everybody goes out to say, I want to do a 501c3. Y'all, you know, a nonprofit. Do you guys understand that they have a program called a 501c4? Please ask me what it is.
You ain't got to keep talking.
So if I say I want to start a program, my 501c3 program is to help black men survive. They have the same right to start a 501c4 to say, I want to help kill them. They can't say it in that word, but they can make it, it's legal that you can start a profitable organization that's versus you, that goes opposite totally. That's why white supremacy is like that. Because it is legal. People don't like it, but it's legal.
Well, I mean, it ain't nothing surprising, because when you make the rules,
yeah,
when you make the rules, you can just make up shit as you go along, and it don't matter. I swear, I don't even get upset anymore. That's the reason why I like looking at the posts, looking at responses and everything like that. When I see people make comments, especially on my stuff, and it seems like the content of what I'm saying get glossed over, and people only focus on one aspect of it, like that's going to be the end all be all. I got an example of that going on right now. One of my friends that I've known for a long time that I play golf with in Florida, and he seems to gloss over what I say in my videos, and all he want to ask me is, "Are you voting for Biden or Trump?" Huh? That doesn't make any sense. Why don't you look at the content of what I've been saying for years, and you would know where I stand? But I mean, it is what it is, and people, it's always gonna be like that. And in this
surface,
country,
everything seems surface, and that I get what you're saying. I really get what you're saying, because the sad part about it is we have totally abandoned the group theory of sticking together, not like neighbors and understanding one another. By we've let this thing separate us so much because we know so much information that you forgot about the information that's right there in front of you, like talking to your neighbor, hey, knowing what's going on, kids looking out for each other. They don't have neighborhoods to allow you to make sure that they teach you all the way down to the root. If it's systemic, you need to get back down to what made it go off. You get what I'm saying? Making people know. I say this for everybody. Manners will save your life. I don't care where you go in the world. Manners will, and they have saved my life plenty of times. But people, when you don't let people understand, excuse me, put your hands, don't do this. Oh, no, my bad. Kids don't understand that because we keep them trapped in this, and we don't teach them to say, yes, ma'am, no more. Because they don't believe it, because we ain't doing it. We're not being respectful as people, and we're not teaching it. So to gloss over anything, I promise you, when I leave out of this today, I'm gonna go to your stuff and read it intently so that you'll have a response and understand you're not alone, because you're not.
Oh no, we know how it goes because the underlying issue is always going to be divide and conquer, and we are already conquered because we stay divided, and the divisions. It used to be like 2 or 3 divisions. Now it's probably like 30, and everybody wants to be in their own classification. And unfortunately, we live in an era of people can't learn how to agree to disagree. They can't. I don't get that shit, but I find it funny to just listen to people and pay attention to how cats move and this, that, whatever. But until enough small groups come together and start making the changes and start showing impact, ain't shit gonna happen. And I just sit back and it's funny as hell to me to just look at it, because even though things are separated by color, if you look at these backwoods, Bama ass, toothless, racist bastards that's down here in the South, they don't realize that if they walked up to Donald Trump and went to go shake his hand, they're like, make the fuck out of my face. But they don't realize that bottom line, people need to get that everything is based on money. It ain't color first. It's money first. Yep. But the double-edged sword that we have, which is the problem, is when we start making money, but more importantly, when we have influence, now we got 3 targets on our back. Fuck 2. Because now we're a threat, which is also a problem. That's why, as I think back now, my grandmother used to always say, and my mother tells me that now, don't let everybody know what you're doing. Because if you don't, you can move in the dark and be doing shit behind the scenes. That's why I always go back and forth about me getting into politics, because I can have more of an impact behind the scenes than if I get in. But then the flip side, I want to get in and talk shit on the floor and everything like that. So you can tell me, you can't say that, get the fuck out of here. I can say this till I'm voted out. I'm a voice for the people, but it's just hard because the way the system is just fucked up. That's why I'm not a firm believer of we got to quote unquote change the system. We just need our own system. We have our own system.
I got a question.
What's up?
I have a question for it because, simply, first of all, I want to say thank you, Lamar, for inviting me on your show. And I'm already feeling the power of change. Whether it's somebody like instantly, I'm going, how do we talk forward? How do
Well, you're welcome on this show, sweetheart.
how do you
We need somebody to keep it going. You're gonna keep it going tonight.
how do you talk forward? Like saying, we get it. Give me, if you could help me, give me one standard of what you could do in a positive light, or we can do together to change it now. Like if it's, I need to go like all your stuff, I need to read, I need to tell people we're a group. Like those are the things. Like how can give me at least one thing that we may be able to do with the 4 of us in this group to get better.
One thing that we need to do on a small scale that can grow is that every single week, buy something and support a store, a business that's owned by us.
Done.
Every week, and literally every week. If we started to do that,
done,
the chain reaction effect would come. But the issue that we need to address is this, and motherfuckers need to start saying this more often. Everybody does not have the mindset to run a business.
True.
That's the problem. That's the issue. Everybody want one, but if you're not, like, number one, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, don't do it. But if you don't understand everything, you want to complain when motherfuckers complaining to you because something wrong, that's also an issue. But the way to fix that is we need to communicate with each other, with people who have run or who run successful businesses. Ask them a question. It's a dude right now that's he's a Facebook friend. I don't know him like that. He got a comic book that he wants to get funded or something like that. He hit me up and asked me what I donate. And I said, before I do anything, reach out to a friend of mine that I went to high school with. He has a successful comic book. He's had it for years. His response to me was, "Nah, I don't want to talk to him. I just want to raise this money. I can't rock with you. I'm good." Because you're showing me you're not willing to take guidance from somebody who's been there, done that, that's willing to offer you the help. You want to do this shit on your own, and you don't know what the fuck you doing. I'm good. I'm not gonna badmouth you. I'm not gonna do none of that shit. But if a person is not willing to be led and be taught, I can't rock with you like that, yo. I'm good because you showing you don't even accept mentorship. You can't accept constructive criticism, none of that. You're not ready to do that. I'm straight.
Yeah, I mean, even supporting, and sometimes supporting ain't even monetary. Supporting is giving advice. Like you were saying, somebody who's been there, done that, in the same field that you trying to get into. I get plenty of questions from everybody, from plenty of people saying, "Hey man, how you start this? How you started your t-shirt business? How did you get your clothing line going and stuff like that?" And I give them free game. I don't charge them game. I tell them where they go. I tell them how they start. I tell them how to get their LLC started. I tell them how to open up their business checking accounts. I tell them all that stuff. I collaborate with other people. I share their stuff. I share their posts. I like their posts. I mean, that's support. It don't even always have to be monetary. Like even with your stuff, Stafford, Robert, everybody should be streaming your music. Everybody that come on the show need to go to Amazon and stream your music. Everybody.
Done. So these are
everybody in it.
We become each other's accountability partner. You get what I'm saying? Like that's like you just said. Somebody asked you, like I'll tell people, I'm not being funny. Honestly, I will say to people that ask for my help, I'll say, if you don't really know what you want, I can't help you. People have to know that. That's why I started doing my own show, doing business, saying, why don't you understand that you have to spend money on marketing? People say, I can't afford it. You have to afford it. You have to afford. How do you don't in your business plan to get a loan, it says marketing. But we don't, like you said again, we don't want to market and share with one another because somebody else may make it look like they got more followers, more likes.
Right.
The saddest part about it is we'll feel defeated when one person say no. That's what we have to like not be offended by no. Yeah. I was a recruiter. When I say no became it I was a recruiter for 10 years on the street. People saying no, it was coming. But I bet you I could convince you of a way to make it better if you stop to listen. But some people just don't want to receive good information and they don't know what they want. I'll tell somebody, you'll manage me. I say managers come in when you know what you want. I'm here to manage what you have, not make up something.
A lot of the problems come with this society is we live in a microwave society. So everybody want it like this. They don't want the grind. They want the
they want the shine. They don't want the grind. They want the shine.
Yep.
Exactly. They don't want to be digging the ditch and waiting and planting the seeds and stuff like that. They want to grab the fruit. You know what I'm saying? And that's been programmed in our society too. Just that that quick flip. Everybody want that quick money. That's why this susu is going out of control because everybody looking. Oh, I can put $500 in and get 4,000, 20,000, and I ain't knocking nobody who do it. Hey, if you do it and you make your money, cool, no problem. But I mean, it's just an example of wanting a quick turnaround without putting in the work.
Man, I just got in one yesterday, man, for $25. I feel I risked a little $25. I ain't gonna lie. You called me, I don't know. You called me, I don't know.
What's the output? You put $25 in to get what?
I think it's like it's like 100 or something.
Oh,
200,
okay.
200, yeah.
Me and Jermaine have talked about this, and everybody who has started these, they are lucky that the country is in the state that it's in. Because if it wasn't,
that's what it's for.
That shit will be shut down. No, it's not. It's not even that, because these come around I give it every 10 years. I would say like around every 10.
Yeah, Amway and all that stuff.
No. Completely different. Amway's name is on the NBA's team basketball. That's $1 billion company. This Susu shit gets shut down. It's completely different because you got to remember, a company like Amway has a product that they sell. It's a product that they sell, so it's legal.
Mm-hmm.
These Susus, based on legality, if a person really wants to break it down,
come on.
It's an exchange of money with no product, which is a pyramid scheme, which is a Ponzi scheme, which you can go to jail for if it's done incorrectly and if the government wants to really dive into shit. Now, if the person want to get in and put their money and everything like that, I'm not going to knock you. My issue with all of them that's going on, especially the ones where you can get like $4,000 back. What are these people teaching you to do with that money?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Everything is put in this money, get some people, you can get this. That's a problem because there is no financial education. There is no financial literacy. That is the issue of probably 95% of the population. That's a fact. If people were more financially educated and they had more financial literacy, they would have multiple streams of income. And multiple streams of income does not equate to 2 jobs. The 2 jobs are for 2 fucking people. You get 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do when you get the money? But if you got money coming in while you sleep, totally different.
Now you're on to
People don't
something.
understand that shit. They don't get that.
And that's why
I'll tell you this.
Go ahead.
I am a person that was allowed to retire at a pretty young age. So I constantly say that I'm glad that I put the work in early. I'm glad that I served to be able to sit down somewhere. But I also want to help others, in the mind state of, okay, so now like you said, the financial literacy. Do you have a page where you're breaking it down? Like, you seem very believable. You get what I'm saying? So can you help me? Is there some way I can go look and say, this is what he's exactly talking about? Maybe I can start with a small amount of money, or I know I have things coming in constantly. Is there somewhere you have that you can help me with that? Like, if we're in this group, that's what it's for us to help one another, to come up with a solution. And I mean, even in talking about current events, talking about what's wrong, but it's we've wasted an hour if we don't come up with productive solutions to make it better. And I'm asking somebody, is there some way you can show me in a smaller set? Like, I have extra money, but I don't want to put it in Susu. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's I believe in, I'll randomly find somebody to give money to on the internet. I just believe in doing it, saying every month I'll go, when people were stealing music, I would promise myself, because I like music, I would spend $40 a month on on buying music from iTunes just to give back to when people were stealing it. So now
you better than me. I stole about 10,000 songs. You ain't nowhere in hell. Napster, I was all over that shit. I should be in jail. You should put me under the jail for shit I got. Hell no.
And my ex-husband, he was like, Tony, well, I say, I feel like with this being an industry, because he was an entertainer. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, even if there's a way to get it, I still want it, because it's something I really enjoy. I found a way to give back. Even on Facebook, I'm one of the people that will literally go spend $10 in advertising, because I feel like I can't talk to people about it if I've never used it or tried it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people, I don't believe in. I can't sell you on nothing that I really don't believe in. I'd be like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, all my friends, I'm the person they'll say, "Oh, we want you to sell this." I said, I ain't gonna sell it, but I promise you, I invest in it. My girlfriend do Mary Kay. She put me down as a seller. I use the product and I text her and say, "Oh my God, this time-wise is awesome." You get what I'm saying? Like, I do support that. So if you have a way to show us, let's come up with creative ways to talk about changing ourselves. Even if it's just amongst us, something good is happening. We're moving forward, not backwards. You get what I'm saying? Because we're looking for a better way. And it is some angry idiots out there. But I'm like, I want to be the anti-foolishness. I like the joking kid, but I'm looking at 3 strong Black men that really have things on their heart that I want to see on the other end. Or remember, we were sitting here laughing that you did decide to run for Congress, or you did decide to, hell, today I decided to be a part of PTSA. You get what I'm saying? Like working forward. How do we make a solution in this time frame that we have to talk to one another on getting something better, not just they don't do this? Because I promise you, genuinely, I want to be a part of the change. I want to be the change that I want to see. And I'm looking at 3 strong men that got a lot of power, that sometimes you look at other people doing wrong with their power and you just be like, bump it. And I'm watching y'all, like I'm watching y'all going, you everything you said, I agree. But I'm like, let's fix it. You talking about, like I said, we still ain't found out what goddamn Dr. Dre's wife's name is. She still is.
Nah, it's Nicole
Young. Somebody wrote in the comment, and I posted.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was like,
got a resolution.
Even with something small like that, this is my biggest thing. With everything that's going on, especially when it comes to us and our people, I don't give a fuck about Nicole Young. If she get that $2 million, she ain't gonna do nothing to basically push us forward. Because the issue is, and it's not just us, it's people, because it's a natural kind of thing. The average person on this planet is fucking selfish. So what happens is, and you can use the example of corporate America. Tell me what CEO is going to go to the cat that's making $7 an hour or minimum wage in the company and teach them what they know so they could be the CEO. It's not going to happen, because they don't want to lose what they have. And that's the issue that we have in this society. Whereas we don't focus on group anything. And when I say anything, it ain't got to be just us as Nubian people. It's the fact that even as poor people, we don't stick together because they want to keep us separated. Because hell, the same way one person can go buy 10 properties, if 1 million people, no matter what race, put their money together, you can do the same shit. But it's not going to happen because motherfuckers is divided. And
I promise you it's going to happen. And you're going to live to see it. You're going to live to see it, and you're going to be a part of it. That's my word. Because we do stick together. It is groups of people that stick together. We just don't seem to see them. I have a group of friends that we do, like, I believe in taking care of, because people took care of me. I believe in giving back and taking care of them. Robert, no, don't all my people show up. We roll in a pack.
Yeah.
We roll in a pack. If something go down, you gotta go to dot. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
but that's the trick that's been played on the poor people in this country, is this race card. You know, I come on the show every week and I keep telling people there's no such thing as race. You run a race is a social construct. So they get us with this damn racism shit when really it's classism. It's racism, mass is classism. It's rich and it's poor. At one time in this country, it used to be a middle class. There's no such thing as a middle class.
It's working poor.
During Obama's term, he said that middle class was $250,000 in a household. That was considered middle class. That you ain't got that no more. You got rich, you got poor, and it's easy to keep us divided, because you throw anybody a little bone and they gonna jump for it. Just like I said last week, when you drown it and you in the water, you drown it, and you look up and you see that twig, you think that twig gonna save you. That twig ain't gonna save you. You think it's gonna hold you up in the water. It's not gonna hold you up. But a lot of people, a lot of poor people will go for that twig, just thinking that it's gonna help them save their life. That's the position a lot of poor people been put in this country. It's like now you got over 40 million people that's losing their health care, and then you got these millionaires in Congress and Senate. They going on vacation, they arguing back and forth. But you got 40 million people that's losing their health care and unemployed, and they keep unemployment. Well, they'll keep you on the hamster wheel of Republican, Democrat. And while they're sitting here, they're not worried about their check coming in, because most of them get $250,000 a pop.
Well, I stand on it. Part of the healthcare bill and us everybody having universal health care really had to go to the fact of, if we do this, we don't have enough. They didn't have enough money to fund it. So how do you fund the universal health care when you have so many people, you know, already in the world? So people start dying off. So
Nah,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
Tony, Tony, hold
had a
on.
pandemic.
Tony,
Now
Tony, wait a
people
minute.
die from the flu. You get
Nah,
what I'm saying?
Tony, wait a minute. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. But,
We
Rob,
just
Jermaine, let me say this real quick. Tony,
Okay.
here's my thing with what you just said.
Mhm.
And Jermaine probably gonna say the same shit. You just said where they go, they didn't have enough money. You do realize they just printed out like $2 trillion out of nowhere, right?
Is somebody typing?
Five
Is somebody typing something?
So you
Five
do,
trillion.
y'all do understand, like, the exchange. It's just the currency. You
No,
know
no,
what I'm
we
saying?
get that.
It's the currency.
My point is they can do whatever they want when they want. They choose not to. And right now, at this particular time, our government can no longer say they ain't got the money for something. It's the most bullshit statement they can ever make, because they just proved it that all they did was print motherfucking money, and they do that whenever they want. So, and they've heard me say this. The healthcare that the government has, the senators, the congressmen, the president, whatever the fuck they got, everybody should be entitled to that. And we should be able to pay exactly what they pay, because we the one that's paying for the shit any motherfucking way. My bad, Jermaine. Go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, but you hit what the point I was saying. I mean, we just saw the biggest transfer of wealth in the last 4 months to the upward 1% in the history of the world. $5 trillion went to the top 1%. So you think about it, throughout this whole pandemic stuff, all these billionaires have increased their money, while all the poor people have lost their jobs, health care, about to get kicked out of their home, about to get evicted. You got in Houston, they kicking people out of their apartments now. They're going door to door saying, "Hey, you got to go. You just got this note from the magistrate. You got to go." So, like Jerome said, this country, the money is there with just a stroke of a mouse. It ain't even printing money no more. It's just digital. It's just like $5 billion. There you go. So I know you say we have to, let's talk about solutions, but I just don't know how we solve that, because the system is so broken. I just don't know how we solve a broken system without it just collapsing, period, and us starting over. Just a reset button like you do on a video game. Reset. Everybody out of Congress, everybody out of Senate, President, you out of here. All right, the people, let's go. We're gonna start over. That's the only solution I think that can happen.
See, we got to put people in place who have our agenda.
Nah,
and I was gonna say, fool. I was gonna say, I like what you said last week about starting up our own party and pushing our own candidate, kind of like what the Tea Party did.
Yeah.
When they formed the Tea Party and they pushed their
They
candidates.
don't even have
But you
to
gotta-
win.
but you
They
gotta
don't-
remember.
We don't even have to win. You just gotta make sure we're noted. You get what I'm saying?
But that's
Al
not the point of the
Sharpton
party in the
didn't
beginning.
jump. They just stood behind to make sure you're noted. Having key people. I'm saying, do you think so? Is it that disastrous from what? Because this show is called The Overflow. Because is it the overflow of doom and just
reality.
sadness?
Reality.
Huh?
This is the overflows of ideas or whatever, whatever you want to do. This we're gonna give you overflow information, overflow of information.
What I'm gonna say about starting our own party is this: starting our own party is about, first and foremost, showing the power that we have. I don't care about putting a candidate up, because that's not what it's about first. What it's about first is showing that we're all in unison, we're all lockstep, and if you do not come with us and agree to our terms of what we want, we ain't voting. Because if we say that, now they're stuck, and they got to go with, because I always say the same thing. White people in America politically are split right down the middle. Actually, they split between three. It's Democrat, Republican, and like that Libertarian. It's another party they got, and they literally are split. So with them being split, they need us to determine candidates. Now, these candidates that quote unquote need to win. Fuck the president. I ain't even think about the president. I'm talking about Senate. I'm gonna talk about more so Senate, Congress. If they need our vote, if they do not agree to what we want, fuck y'all. We ain't gonna vote. No. Now locally is where the power is.
Yes.
I know somebody personally. I know this dude personally. He won his mayor. He ran for mayor. He won by 1 vote. Now I want y'all to think about that. When you start talking about locally, mayors and things like that, they're the ones that kind of control those contracts.
Yeah.
If you get the right people in locally, now we can get the people we want to be doing the construction. Shit like that.
See,
All of that matters.
And like I agree to what you're saying, because locally matters. I tell people, if you don't vote in all the smaller elections that come up, Lamar know what I send a text out. Hey, you know what district you live in?
Yep.
Go vote today. If it's something like, well,
Election day.
Look, I just found it. If you live in this district, go vote today. You might not know that they're having a vote for whatever in your area because they're making it small. So I would Google. I used to Google so I can send it out to people. But what also happens in these smaller elections are people that have their own personal agendas. Like we didn't even know, if you don't know if you live in South Fulton, Atlanta, or dang on Atlanta, South Fulton County, till you go vote and they tell you, oh no, you don't get no party in this. We named your city Renaissance. Oh no, we named your city South Fulton. Then you didn't even really know who was running. Somebody made themselves the mayor. So,
Tony, I'm gonna ask you a question because you know a lot of people. I'm about to ask you a question.
Go.
The people who you roll with, are they predominantly Democrats, right?
Yep.
Okay. The people that you roll with, do they plan on voting in the upcoming election for the Senate? So we got, you got John Ossoff running against David Perdue, and you got whoever running against the white people.
You got what's the chick? You got McBass running, the lady that's son.
No, not her. No. I'm talking about. I want to stay with the Senate. Here's my question.
Okay.
The people who you roll with, how many of them shop at Dollar General?
At least, honestly, probably about. If I rock with them, most of them do, because I tell them go to Dollar General. Yeah.
Okay. Now if you said that, I'm getting ready to fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you plan on voting for David Perdue?
No.
Well, as long as you keep shopping at Dollar General, you're supporting his campaign because he's the CEO.
Okay.
So, but I'm saying this to you. Mm-hmm. You can start telling people.
Okay.
They always got to go deeper, because if people don't want to go vote for him, they still vote for him because they funding his campaign because they shopping at the store that he's the CEO of.
Well, what about Family Dollar? I'm more of a Family Dollar shop.
We only talk. That's my point. My point is, information like that needs to get out.
Done.
And my issue with it, because I had this conversation I had with Jermaine when I saw it.
Uh-huh.
That arrogant motherfucker has a commercial that shows it says CEO of Dollar General.
Okay.
To me, it's a slap in the face.
Uh-huh.
Because it's saying to people, okay, I'm the CEO of this store. If you don't vote for me, you still shopping at my store, what you gonna do? And that shows the loyalty of what people are gonna do in Georgia right now. Because ain't nobody, now that people know, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about other people, to put that type of information out there. If you are so pro-democratic, and your monkey ass is going and you shopping at Dollar General, it don't work like that. It's one or the other. But see, that happens with us all the time because it's only about 4 major companies that own all the damn companies. So, like for me, the only fast food spot I used to eat at most recent was Wendy's. Mm-hmm. I stopped eating at Wendy's damn near a year ago because I found out they fund Trump's campaign. I don't eat out anymore. I just don't, because you start to learn who's funding who. I just fucking go home and have some food that somebody cooks because it's just not worth it. But this type of information that people need to know. You can't have somebody rocking a damn vote blue no matter who shirt, and then they're walking in Dollar General. Get the fuck out of here. It's one or the other.
Which is the stupidest shit ever said anyway.
And for anybody who's watching the show, so I can have motherfuckers pissed off, because I've been dealing with it on my page. Who you voting for, Trump or Biden? If you have horse shit on one side and dog shit on the other, I'm not voting for neither one. I'm going to vote for the candidate who best aligns with what I stand for at the top of the ticket, because it's bullshit. Well, if you don't vote for Trump, or if you don't vote for Biden, it's a vote for Trump. No, it's not. Because
that's not how politics work.
Exactly. My whole point is I'm focused on the Senate down. The Senate down is where the power is. So people need to really understand that. And my biggest thing is about this election and most elections is, why is it that we always have to choose the lesser of two evils?
But let me say this about the Senate. They're all lock in step with Trump. So if you get Trump, I don't care who is in the Senate, they're gonna follow whatever he say do.
Not true.
So that's why you got to kill. You take the head off the snake. You got to take the head off the snake.
Wait,
not true.
Yes, they are. They don't. That Senate is lock in step with Donald Trump. But before Donald Trump ran, everybody was against him. Now you listen to him now, they're like, Trump is the best guy ever.
Rob,
come on, man.
Congress is lock in step with him too.
What?
Congress is lock in step with him too. I keep telling you, is two wings on the same bird.
He don't control Congress. He don't control Congress.
He don't control Congress, but they they've been passing all his bills. They just gave him money for the military.
What bill he passed?
No, I'm talking. They just gave him money to fund the military.
They're gonna always fund the military, man. They're gonna always keep the military funded. You know that.
If they're against him, they're not passing nothing.
But most of the stuff Trump doing is by way of executive order. As soon as he gone, all that wiped out.
You can't say that. You got to bring receipts now. I'm gonna start making you bring receipts. How many executive orders has Trump signed?
I don't know. Bukus.
Nah,
Bukus.
You can't.
Bukus, man.
You can't come out and say that.
Let me Google how many he did so far. It's in the hundreds. I'm winning the bets. It's in the hundreds.
Mm.
Even with that being said, because they're all doing whatever the lobbyists want, it doesn't matter. It's not like they're doing what we want anyway. If we really want to just even start with something, what we need to do is make sure that it's term limits for all three branches of that particular government. Fuck that.
They're never gonna do that.
If that were to happen, that will be a start, because the fact you got motherfuckers in office right now that's been in office for 30 plus years is bullshit. It ain't nothing quantifiable with that shit of how that shit should work. You got a motherfucker been in office for 30 years, but then you allow the president to get 8. Nah, all of y'all motherfuckers should get 8. No, excuse me. Everybody should get 2 terms. So that should be given.
He did 182.
182 in 4 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all of them do executive orders, but everything seems like everything he do is executive order.
Yeah, but why? But that's the question. Why is everything an executive order?
Because he's not good enough to work through Congress and in the Senate. He don't know how to. Trump don't like to compromise. That's why. That's why he do executive order. He don't like to compromise, so he just do an executive order. Which
the reason why that's not true is because as long as he has the Senate, if the Senate can weasel a way to get one of their bills through Congress, it's gonna get passed because the Republicans have the majority.
Exactly, but, right. It got to go through Congress.
No, because they fund it.
The Democrats control Congress, man.
But the issue is what they never really put out there that we see is what's involved in those fucking bills. That's the problem. Let me sidestep real quick because I want the person you just invited on. It's a friend of mine. And he's very, very into business and everything like that. And I want him to come on and promote something that he's heavily in, and something that we need to actually support. So, Rob, his name is Garrett Gollum.
What's up, brother?
Hey,
And
what's going on, bro? Let me get my earpiece in here,
All right.
because I know we get radical sometimes, and I got little ears around me.
yeah, so I mean, Garrett, you got the floor. You can go ahead and introduce yourself, and then touch on exactly what you're involved in and why we need to get involved.
Okay, y'all been on for an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, right at the hour. Yeah.
Okay, well, Jerome, I'm gonna beat you up later, because I wish you had told me earlier. This is a great forum, man. Great situation that y'all got here, my brothers. But my name is Garrett Dallum, and Jerome has known me and my family probably for at
Like
least
almost six. About
almost
six.
almost 6 years now. My family is well known in the bail bond industry. It's one of the largest African American owned bail bonding companies on the East Coast. However, I've always been the redheaded stepchild and stepped out in other areas of life. To make a long story short, my business partner and I are the only African American men who actually own their own hemp farm. And not only do we own the farm, we manufacture, we produce, and we distribute. What Jerome and some of his partners have stood beside us, and we greatly appreciate it, is we have now created a e-commerce platform that's similar to Shopify. And what we're doing now is we're actually launching vertical products in the hemp CBD space. The difference between us and every other bottle or brand or tincture that you see in the store is we only formulate for people of color. So we only dealing with black and brown folks. And that is something that's never been done, nor has it ever been talked about. Our molecular structure, our DNA, our metabolism, it's all quite different than white folks, just to be honest. So we speak to black and brown people, we speak to Spanish people, and we deal specifically with the needs of the community when it comes to hemp and CBD products. Right now, we have a brand called Rescue that has been launched. It is selling nationwide. It is doing extremely well. So not only are we looking for support from the community to grow that brand, we also have opportunities for people in the community who want to get in the CBD business to become affiliates and actually sell the brand with us and become what's called an affiliate partner. And there's a percentage of revenue that you get from each sale by participating. We also allow people to invest in the agricultural side so that they can get in the business and become very familiar with the revenue streams and the money that the industry generates at large. And lastly, I'll just explain, and then I'll open it up for questions or comments. We own 7 brands that we're going to release succinctly. Rescue was the first brand because we're targeting the pain management community. Pain in the African American community is a big business that nobody talks about. Grandma's got pain, auntie's got pain. If you are a former athlete, you've got pain. I've got so many athletes now that have played professional ball that are using our products now that it ain't even funny. And you hear about what really goes on with them, with their bodies when they leave sports. It's pretty sad. We've all got parents, we've all got grandparents, we've all got aunties and uncles that all have pain issues, but nobody talks about them. Well, we just want to help relieve the pain. We want to help manage the pain. And the reason we can't say we can cure the pain is because our good government has already patented the word cure for hemp and CBD. So we know it works. I mean, cannabis has been around for centuries. It's been used as a herb and all types of healing properties and medicines, alternative medicines. So we know it can heal. That's not the issue. It's just that we've been locked up for the product, and now we're going to prosper from the product, and our kids will be able to enjoy our brevity right now, our platform, and the things that we're doing. So I'm glad Jerome invited me to the platform. It's good to see brothers getting together and making a difference, and I'll open it up for any questions.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
questions?
good. I've actually been on one of your Zooms, so I'm
Okay.
good.
All right.
Oh, Garrett, that's actually that's Jermaine right there.
Oh, that's Jermaine.
There you
What's
go.
up, brother?
Oh, good to meet you, bro.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah. What's Jermaine? What's your last name? You got to forgive me. I've talked to like 30 people today.
Oh, Vining, V for Victor, INING.
Okay. So you're one of the original angels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay.
So do we have to go online to get these products?
Right. You can.
I just sent it to you. I just sent it
Not-
to you, fam.
Yep. You can go on rescuecbd.com right now to get the online topicals. The next line that's coming out is called Chloe. It's a skincare line made purely out of hemp plants, hemp seed, and other essential oils. We also decided today that we're going to release our another line called Extreme RX, which is going to be specifically for our athletes, both former professional athletes. I'm talking to the WNBA right now and the NFLPA right now, and also for weekend athletes. You know, we all get out there and shoot ball and play a little tennis and swim, and then we come home on Monday and we're aching. Well, we can relieve that ache, and we can relieve it pretty quickly. So, those are three of the platforms that are coming out in the next 30 days. But eventually there will be 7 product lines under Verde Hemp Farms, which is the parent company. And once we have those 7 product lines and the revenue that they generate, we're going to position the company to be acquired.
Now, for everybody out there that's listening to this, these are the types of conversations that need to be had, because it's a matter of learning how to diversify, learning what to get involved in, learning what to invest in, and why you should. The one thing that I've learned, and Garrett can probably back me up on this, is that right now it's a matter of time before weed is legal in all 50 states. When weed is legal in all 50 states, the pharmaceutical companies are going to panic, and they're already panicking because they know they won't be able to sell
Hello?
what the I don't know what I don't they won't be able to sell as many pharmaceuticals as they could, because they know something natural is going to be there. People are going to have that natural option. So you want to be in front of that. And unfortunately, the way the system is rigged, we as Nubian people don't have an open door to get into that industry because they have so many barriers. There's actually, I think it's on Netflix, something with the name Drugs in it. And they got each particular drug. And they talk about how much money is in the marijuana industry. They talk about the barriers that we have to get in. It's crazy when you think about it, because you got to have so much upfront money and things like that. It's just hard. So when you have a door that you can slide into and then crack that motherfucker wide open once you get in, when you're with the right people, that's my biggest thing. Just because you making money, literally, just because you're making money, to me, does not mean that they're the right people. You always want to make sure that you're around the right people. And when you are, it changes the whole dynamic. That's my personal opinion.
Look like some nice hemp right there.
Hey. That's that cherry wine, my brother. That's that cherry wine. Hey, it's got some indica and sativa in it, but you won't hear it.
But
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry, I lost my connection, so I had to go to my computer. But I'm putting up like within the show, giving giving the information on where to go to be a part of these things, or how generally, if you said, okay, I heard at the end part of all the great things you were doing, but like I was saying, where is the platform, or could the information be shared if you wanted to allow other people to invest or work for you? Any of those things. That, to me, that's how we open it up. I see it. Bam, thank you. I'm going to share that. I'm going to share it with enough people, and the knowledge and your name and your info. Even if one person buys it, I'm going to say this. I'm willing to go buy something off of it just to support. And that's
Great.
the beginning of it.
And
And
so
here's
you
what I'm going to say. Let me say this real quick, Garrett, just for everybody out there. Anybody who watches this podcast, when you're out there buying CBD and whatever, you have no idea where it's coming from.
or what's in that bottle? Yep.
When you buy from this product line, you're looking at one of the owners right there. That's what we need to start doing. We need to start knowing who we're buying from. And something this small, by supporting this company, can start that process of us circulating our money amongst ourselves. That's what I love. And that's the reason why I'm going to promote it.
Yeah. That's
I'm gonna run an ad on my page. I'm gonna invest in running an ad on a couple of my pages. So
I don't mean to cut you off, sister, but that's a very good point that he just expounded on. So let me give you the clear definition of what you're looking at. Verde Hemp Farms is the parent company. Okay. The shoprescuecbd.com is the first vertical brand that you can buy from right now. We started last week. We've already exceeded our expectations in first week of sales. We're not only going to be national in the US, we're going to take it to Africa. I'm talking to 2 princes in 2 different countries on the continent right now through Ambassador Andrew Young, where they're going to allow our products to be sold in other countries on the continent of Africa. So Verde Hemp Farms is the parent corporation. It owns all the verticals that we will be bringing out. So that's shoprescuecbd.com. Then on the 15th of September, we're coming out with the Chloe line of skincare products that are all natural, hemp infused. Then within a month after that, we're coming out with a pet line, and we're coming out with our Extreme RX, which is our professional athletes and weekend warriors line. All those are owned by us, and the investors that the 2 gentlemen here that came in as angels, they will have percentage ownerships in the whole platform. And that's the key. When you support us, then we can go and we can expound and add another line, and we can also open up opportunities. The average hemp farm to start is $250,000 if you get a license in the state that you're trying to get in. Right now, for about $5,000, I can put you on an e-commerce platform with your own products. We do all the drop shipping. All you do is drive people. We give you your own unique identifier. You make money day one. And
I'm
no
with it.
other company is going to have that process set up for you. And we got it already done, ready to go.
With it, I'm gonna inbox you and figure out a way to make it look all nice and pretty. And that's the beginning. It's just that easy when you start speaking forward about these things, because they do exist. It does exist to where we can help one another. So I just refuse to believe that it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us that think it. We just have to put it in the universe to know that somebody. It's like sending that resounding sound to lead and help one another. It came just that fast for me, and I promise, my word is I'll be supporting you.
Oh, thank you.
And that's how I start.
And Jerome doesn't even know this. So I'm gonna put this out tonight. We got 400 acres. So as soon as they say marijuana is legal on the backside of that farm, we about to get that sativa and that indica rolling. Do you understand me?
And it's probably, Lamarla, you talked about it. That probably could be this reparation. That's what they need to use as reparation. Add that in it.
But you know what, sister? While we sitting here waiting for somebody else, we got our 40 acres in the mill. We got 400 acres. So we can do it right now, today. And this is the problem I have with Georgia, to be honest with you. We go to these cannabis forums, and they sit in there, and everybody's talking about when we go legal or when we're allowed to get a license. And me and my partner, we already got a farm. We already got licenses in Virginia. We already got chemical analysis. We already got production. We already got manufacturing. And we already got products. What are y'all talking about? So you waiting for somebody to hand you something when we already got the table, the chairs, and the fork and knife. Let's eat. Let's eat today. So if you call me tomorrow and say, I want to be in business, I'll have you in business by 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to
My-
look this up. I
yeah.
promise, I'm copying it and pasting it to get more information because I reached out today. I promised in my searches, I was going 7 screens of income. I just was trying to figure out another way because I do have a pension. I do have money that comes in when I sleep, but I want to do more with it.
Yeah.
I just want to
Well,
do more and make it move more, not just talking about it, but making a true effort to do something about it.
all right, take my number down. I want you to text me 678
Hold on, let me write it down. 678
358
358
6383.
63 83. Okay, I'm
Six,
Tony, so
all right, 678-358-6383. My first name is Gara, Gara. And all of you, everybody on the cast, if you want to text me directly, I will work with each one of you individually, but I can guarantee you we will have you in business.
I am going to right now, and I promise you,
Say
I'm
your
going to
say your
work
number
on
again.
678
Uh-huh.
358 6383. And if you do me a favor, just put per Jerome when you text me, so I'll know it's all under Jerome's.
All right.
Thank you.
And once again, for everybody out there who's going to watch this particular podcast, if you know someone that uses CBD oil, if you know someone, do not support them anymore. Only support this platform. And it's a reason why. It's not just, oh, you should do it. Nah, you should do it because you know who the person is. That right there, it matters. And
grassroots.
once again, the more we do that, the more our dollars are circulated amongst ourselves, that's going to give us more power because economics is where the power is, straight up and down. Because what happens when, I mean, of course, when you start talking about e-commerce and everything like that, the crazy part about it is you still have a lot of older people out there and they still want to go to a brick and mortar. Okay, cool. A brick and mortar don't have to be that big. Hell, the brick and mortar could be your house. If you got it, and you quote unquote the plug, it's a legal plug. You selling CBD oil, it is what it is. You do it however you want to do it. But because I see that Terry is making comments about Oklahoma. Okay, in Oklahoma, tell all your people that they use CBD oil, use this platform to buy it from moving forward. And let's just see how this goes.
I'm with it. I am with it and happy about it. Lamar, look what you on there. Look how you
I need to get a hold of some of that oil. That's what I need. I got to get a hold of some of that oil.
Well, brother, text me and tell me what ailments you have, my brother, and we will figure out how to give attention to those.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you this, and like I said, I'm full disclosure. People always ask why. Okay, that's the CBD site right there. That's where you can order all your topicals, right there. Well, people always ask us, why don't you have the tinctures, the drops that go inside of your mouth? Well, we do, and we have the capability. The issue is when you're a new company and you're a startup and you invest your own money, the liability that you can incur is tremendous. And the second thing, I'm gonna give y'all a little government lesson real quick. The the Farm Bill of 2018 created hemp, legalized hemp in the United States of America. But what hasn't happened is the FDA and the USDA haven't put the guidelines and boundaries around hemp and CBD. So what the big boys did was they got venture capital and private equity money, the Charlotte Webbs and the other companies, and they went straight to the marketplace. And the 7 generations, and they created all this hype about CBD. True facts of what the plant can do. But the issue is what's on the ingredients of those bottles is not what's in the bottle. And because we go from farm straight to client, there is no middleman. We own the process all the way through. That's why we can create stronger 1,300 milligram salve that they can't create. We can create a 300 milligram roll-on that they can't create because we had to be innovative and out the box so that we could even compete in the industry. But the biggest thing is when the FDA decides to sit down and regulate CBD because it is a cash cow, they're going to knock out 50 to 60% of the companies. And then like you said, big pharma is going to come behind them because opioid addiction and all these other pharmaceutical drug addictions are costing them billions of dollars in lawsuits. They're going to turn at some point to plant-based pain relief and plant-based medicine. When they do, they're not going to spend the money in research and development anymore. They don't have to. Instead of spending $100 million on R&D, they're just going to say, "Hey, who owns these companies right here? How many? What's their revenue?" They're going to do it times. Listen to this. It's going to be a 49x multiple. It will be the largest multiple of any industry in the U.S. The cannabis industry, mark my word, 49x. When that happens, everybody's companies are going to be worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, or even billions of dollars, depending on your revenue and your clientele base. And that's why we're trying to move as quickly as possible. This is going to happen in 24 months. We're gonna be done in 24 months. Somebody's gonna knock on the door and go, "Wait a minute, who's this company that has 100 million clients and has this type of revenue? Where they come from? Who are they?" Well, it doesn't matter. We want to buy them, and the first offer is gonna be $350 million. We've already done the numbers. We've done the numbers. I sleep with those numbers. So again, this is not just about today. We're positioning ourselves for the buyout. We're positioning ourselves that all of us on this call and everybody we're in contact with and the partners we already have, you should have generational wealth. Your kids' kids should eat off this because your uncles got locked up for it. Your granddaddies got locked up for it. Your daddies got locked up for it. That's how we're creating reparations. To answer your question, that's how we're going to do it.
That's it. Put it out there. Make the call. It came.
Let me ask, is this stuff like, is it over the counter type stuff, or is
yes,
it's over the counter?
CBD is sold in every drugstore. It's sold in Walmart. It's sold in Target.
Yeah, in Florida, all those places they have like separate stores. Like this is the only state surrounding us I'm seeing without the stores like that.
Okay, so here's the deal. Google Farm Act 2018. Okay, just Google that.
Because I'm reading this comment. This is my brother. He's from Minnesota. He say, I got a lot of friends that spend a lot of money on medicine here in Minnesota.
Yep.
But some are on probation, so they had to go that way. So how can they get it legally? How can they legally get it from you?
Okay, so here's the deal. That's why.
Is he saying? I don't know if he's saying it's illegal what he had.
What he's saying is, what state is it?
He's in Minnesota.
Okay, so they cannot use. First of all, they can't use if you're on probation, you can't use any drugs. So even though a cannabis marijuana type product could help you, the THC level is too high. Our THC level is 0.03, which is the national requirement for CBD and hemp. It is legal in all 50 states. Now, because we process in South Carolina, we grow in Virginia, but we process in South Carolina. They have a law called Delta 9. Delta 9 is just a little more potent than 0.03 THC, but it does not violate the law. So the answer is yes. I can address any pain, any medical condition that they could. Okay, so cancer patients, to ease the pain during chemotherapy, they smoke marijuana. Okay, it deadens the nerves, it soothes the pain. The problem is most cancer patients don't want the high. They don't want the THC. They don't want the psychopsychotic. So that's why they use CBD hemp. But it gives you the same relief. It just doesn't give you the psychopsychotic. You can take CBD products and go to work and pass a piss test. And oh, by the way, I'll tell you this: most municipal workers, firemen, policemen, judges, sometimes lawyers, people under a lot of stress, they use CBD.
Telling you. Answers. All right, I'm in, Lamar. I'm in.
We need you in, baby.
I mean, well, I just what the thing was, like some people think these things happen all of a sudden. My whole day has been surrounded around this one conversation. Like I'm clicking, I'm not feeling good, but I'm reading things and I'm saying, well, maybe you should do this today, or what about this? You've been wanting to find a different way for the 7 streams of income. How are you going to make a change? How do you get back to doing the things that talking to people, being positive, and all of it came with us just having a conversation. I clicked and said, hey, I went forward what you asked me to do. Remember I told you that I talked to Beanie and she was so sweet to me. So I let one thing go and let a whole bunch of other things in. And I'm positive. What I love is I'm still seeing answers to what the world might be looking at as won't make it. And now I'm looking at kings right here, all E8s. E8, if you know what I mean by E8s, that's the chess piece. I'm looking at y'all I'm D8 and y'all are surrounding me on the chessboard. I asked for help. I said, a queen talked about, well, what are we going to do to some king type people that made these moves? It's right there. We're looking at it. That is God telling us, if you want the help, talk forward or be able to listen to someone that's calm enough to let it in, because we can't let it in if we just all we do is think about what's bad. That's true. But God just gave us this moment. Here is a chance to be a millionaire in less than 2. If you can really come together, say, okay, he said 5,000. Bam. I said, well, I ain't got 5,000, but I know a couple of people I can put $5,000, get $5,000 in the next week. And they say, let's run it. That's how it works. That's how we support each other, by making the call. Yeah, we just sent out a call and it happened just like that. I'm watching it happen because I know I'm about to get my money together, call this man and be a representative for this. Because how are we going to do it if we don't actually say yes to one another?
Yeah.
I want to say something to everybody out there. And I think this is something that seems to be forgotten by a lot of people. The average person will complain about what they don't have, especially when it comes to money. What you do have is a mouth. You got 2 eyes and you got 2 ears. People don't utilize it enough, and they don't understand. Basically, you are a walk-in billboard. Everybody on this line right now, we ain't emancipated or we ain't Moors and all that other stuff. So guess what? They make money from us. When we die, they got an insurance policy on us. So since you're a brand, you have to learn how to make money off of you. It's not that hard. And it goes back to what I said about knowing the right people. I'm the type of person, I don't give a fuck. Gara knows this. Jermaine knows this. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, and I don't care about the consequences because, once again,
I know that.
I would rather ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Because if you have that type of mindset, willing to ask for forgiveness and not permission, you're going to go a long way, because you never know, once again, even who you meet. You never know who you meet. You also never know the impression that you make on people when you meet them. That's the other key thing. And too many people out there are surrounded by the wrong people. That's the issue. That's why people so afraid to do shit. The one thing that I know is you can't be skeptical and rich at the same goddamn time. It's impossible.
It is.
One or the other. It's one or the other.
Pick a team.
So if you want to sit there and be skeptical and shook to death and, oh, I did this 5 years ago and I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z, okay, your ass also ate at a bad fast food restaurant and you still go to fast food restaurant. So which one is it? You need to make up your mind. And the fact of the matter is, which is an issue, and I would say not just in our community, but mostly in our community, I'm so sick of seeing people die. And I go on Facebook and I'm seeing GoFundMe pages. Get your shit together. Meet people who have their shit together to help you, and you can do the same exact thing. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. Gara is like a big brother to me. I can talk to him about money shit because that's his thing. I'm not going to sit there and act like I know. I don't know real estate. I talk to people who know real estate. The one advantage that I have over people, I'm not afraid to open this up. Never have been, and I never will be. I'm not afraid to ask questions because that's what we're supposed to do. So for everybody out there, if you don't take anything from this podcast, I'm begging you, stop being afraid to take chances because you only live. We are born to die. That's a fact. So you're born here, you die here. What do you do in the middle? Do something, because you have to learn how to leave a legacy for your family, because most people out there, the legacy that you have is a 401k and a damn life insurance policy, and both of them run out. What white people do, they leave trust funds. They have so many streams. They have an insurance policy that covers their expenses, so now their children aren't in debt. When they get that money, they're not in debt. These are the conversations people need to have. Am I an expert? No, but I know experts. One of my mentors is worth $100 million, and I can call him anytime I want. How many of y'all have those types of options? Use them. More importantly, become a mentor. But you can't become a mentor if you don't know shit. If you think you know every goddamn thing, that's the problem. And people need to understand that. If you're the smartest person in the room, leave that goddamn room and go somewhere where you aren't. That's how you succeed in life. That's my personal opinion.
Facts.
I see this. I see this guy CT Barber say, "I'm a black owned. What do you say, barber? I'm a black owned barber
supplies in Douglasville.
In Douglasville. So that's something else we can start. We can start a black owned business page. I ain't seen too many black owned business pages.
They're out there. They're out there. Trust me. I'm on over 1,000 groups. I'm dead serious. I'm in over at least 1,000. But the problem is, if you go on those pages, you see who is serious. That's the issue. It can't just be, I'm going to make a page and we're going to talk. No. Show your results. Get somebody on there who's had results. So for us, before we do anything on Facebook, we just need to communicate amongst ourselves. So then, the one thing about whether it's us or the average person, nobody don't believe nothing till they see the shit. That's a fact. You don't have too many people that's willing to jump out there like a person like me, like a person like Jermaine, like Gara. We'll jump out there because you won't know until you jump. So for those, when you surrounded by the right people, you're putting the right energy out, you're going to attract those people. The other ones, they can come later. But I know for a fact the ones that come later, they're the ones that miss out on the big shit because they were shook to death and they were scared. That's what we got to stop. But that's where the fear comes in at, and that's where the brainwashing comes in too. Don't know, the 1% does not want people like us to know shit like this. They don't want that, because then they start to lose their power. That's where we got to start to change shit. But we have to have our own power. And one thing that was stated, understand, it's about us working with each other for the progress of the same exact goal. Damn, bless you. I don't know if that was a sneeze or the dog. I don't know which one was it, but I know it was loud. If that was a sneeze, bless you.
I think that was a dog. I'm going with the dog. I'm going with B, dog.
But for all of y'all out there, I'm serious. Yo, this is our time. If we have never had any other time, well, we did, because something that I saw earlier. I think the number was, at one point, our people had 20 million acres of land. 20 million in the US. And now it's next to nothing. That was that first wave that we have, and it was right after slavery. We have another time to do that. And one suggestion I make is this. As weed becomes legal in America, nobody should be in jail for a weed charge. But that won't happen unless we press for that to happen. You can't, ain't nobody in Colorado should be in jail for weed. If it is, that's a problem. I don't care if they had a truckload of it. That's a problem, because they're making money. What did somebody made this post a few weeks ago? How is it that you're making money, or you're taxing something like that with weed money, But you got people who are in jail because they was selling weed. No, how you selling weed with tax money or something like that? But you got people in jail for selling weed, and all they want to do is pay their bills. It's the same exact thing. Because this country works, whereas if they can't make money off of it, they ain't gonna let you do it. The government found a way to tax that money so that they can get paid too. We need to make sure that we get paid. And to touch on what Rob has said and what other economists have said as far as our economists is, we should not be paying taxes. So if we can push that as a reparation standpoint, and we can get into the hemp business and weed business, game over. Straight game over.
You finally came around to it.
No. You, my man, you late. You way late.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to be abrupt, but my queen is here, so I need to go spend 5 minutes with her to close out this evening.
Okay, my brother, we appreciate it, man. Give us a parting shot, man. You know what I'm saying? Give us your parting shot. That's what we do at the end of the show. So you finna go, so you give us your parting shot, man. We appreciate you coming on and sharing what you had to share. You know,
my only parting shot is, I think Jerome said it best. A rising tide raises all ships, and what's going on in America today. I have a shirt that says Black Economics Matters, because honestly, if you don't put money behind your mouth, very few people are going to listen to you, and that's the sad truth. Our kids are in a certain school system because of what we're able to do. They get access and information that most kids don't get because of what we are capable of doing. And all we want to do is we want to build a movement. Let's stop talking about it and let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just get out here and do it, get it done. And then once you have money, you seem to be able to get where you need to get, say what you need to say, and get political, economical, neighborhoods in a better place than they were before, because you, me, and all of us have made a difference. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Jerome is my little brother. I'm 55 years old. 55. So every time Jerome calls me, if I don't have an answer, we know somebody who does. Our network is pretty large. I mean, it's pretty concise, but it's very informative. So we're here to help. Let's grow together. Appreciate all of you.
Appreciate that, man.
All right, my brother. Appreciate you coming on and to the show, my brother.
All right, you too. Thank you very much. And this is a great forum.
I'm sorry, y'all. Whew. Something was going on in the neighborhood. I'm neighborhood watch over here.
You got that damn dog. You got the perfect visual. They great alarms. So it's perfect.
Man, my dog crazy. He just barked. He walk away barking. So I'll be like, I hear stuff like, okay. And he real short and fat.
So that might be a good show for next week, man. How do we galvanize and support Black businesses, man?
Yeah.
It's
like I said, fam. To me, we need to make it a point once a week, literally, support one of our own with their business. And I posted it on my page. Anybody will see it. I have a post on my page showing all of the companies I support. I gotta wash my ass every day. I only use a soap made by a company called Urban Eden that's over here in Douglasville. That's the only soap. I've been using this soap for years. It's the only soap that I use. There's actually a pet store that's owned by one of us in Carrollton. I take my ass up there. My vet is also one of us. Yeah, it doesn't stop with me. And I think more people need to be like that. That's the problem.
What is it going to take for that? Is it just
it's information?
It's just got to be something personal. You got to take something personal.
What do you mean?
What is it going to take for people to just okay? I'm gonna stop using Johnson & Johnson, and I'm gonna find something else that's compatible to Johnson & Johnson that's Black owned.
Here's the thing. Here's the way you combat that. If people knew the lawsuits that Johnson & Johnson had against them, and the money that they paid out, and the chemicals that they used, they wouldn't use it anymore. But the problem that we have as human beings is We're creatures of habit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the hardest thing to break. I'm going to give y'all a great example with me. Y'all gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. I don't wear deodorant anymore.
Oh.
And the crazy thing about that is, at first, I was looking to see if I actually bought the natural deodorant from Urban Eden. But when you switch from wearing deodorant for years, and I used Mitchum for years, and you make that switch, your body has to adjust. My mother put me on to some shit, and I still can't believe it. Every morning, I spray apple cider vinegar under my arms, and I put baking soda under my arms. I have sweat like you've never seen me sweat before, and I'm fresh. But people need to understand, once again, their body have to adjust. That means I've been detoxing for months. I'm getting shit out of my body. And people wonder why they're going through what they're going through. It's all the shit, whether it's toothpaste, whether it's lotion, whether it's deodorant. Hell, I just saw, I posted it on my Facebook page from TikTok. It's a cancer-causing chemical in Listerine. And the chick broke it down why they advertise the way that they do. People need to, they was like, instead of buying the stuff that you see with commercials, take your ass to Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, buy that organic stuff out of there that don't get no play on commercials, and it's natural. And you'll be surprised. You really, honestly, and truly will be surprised. But people won't know this unless they're willing to do it. And the average person on this planet, especially in the US, we're fucking lazy. We're lazy, and like Jermaine said, microwave society. Same way, even making that statement. I have not eaten food out of a microwave in over 15 years. A microwave is fucking dangerous. People don't think about that either. You know why? Yep. Because it's convenient. Since it's convenient, ain't nobody ever questioned when the microwave came out, what's the problems with it? They just used it because it's convenient. Yep. Problem.
So Lamar, given that we Fuquan say all these problems, and I'm reading some of the comments saying, put the platform up that actually guides you or teach you. Basically, CM Barber says that maybe at the end of each, like now that, because I know we do a lot of stuff, we're doing a lot of this freestyle talking, but coming up with, like, at the end of the show, things that we are actually working, like you said, post up a way to it, because if you make it available, it don't mean everybody's going to use it, but you did come answer some of the questions that were out there, and that makes them accountable because you gave them information instead of just talking about it. Do it.
You're on, and Jermaine knows about it, and I've talked about it on the show consistently. We need to have knowledge of self. And the one easy way, since people want the easy way, look up Hidden Colors, go to the website, buy those 5 DVDs so you can have a semblance of what your history is. Then take your ass to Dr. Claude Anderson's website and buy all of his books, and make sure you read this one, which gives the blueprint of what we need to do as our community. It's going to be 5 books that come, and it also comes with the DVD. We all need to watch and listen of what's out there, because once we do that, it changes the game. But the difference between us and the masses, as far as the system, the 1%, we're going to move a different way. We're going to move with integrity. Like when I do shit, I put everything out there. Be transparent. Why not? Yeah. I ain't got shit to hide. So when you do it that way, it changes. That's why when I bring that shit up about politics. If a politician is not transparent with everything, I'm not rocking with you like that. I'm just not, because it doesn't make any sense. Show me what you're doing. Give me exactly what you're doing. And as long as we do that, we'll start to see the change. That's my personal opinion. I just got a message from somebody. So let me.
Yes.
Hey Rob, I think another way we can kind of get it out there with your platform is that, every Tuesday, after you do your introduction, we do just a however long, just introducing black-owned businesses. So we can just shout them out, like, hey, go
Yeah.
such for this, go such for that, go such for that. Just so people that's listening in, they can say, oh, okay, I heard him say that. Let me go there. You know what I'm saying? That'd be an easy way to kind of get it out.
I can invite people on. People are invited to come on anytime they want to, and just tell a little bit of what you do. You know what I'm saying? What product you do.
Too.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't have to be a guest all day to just come on and log on and, hey, this what I do. This what I do. You know.
Yeah.
And my man, CM Barber, whoever you are, my suggestion for you, if you have a barbershop and or if you know barbers, becoming an affiliate of Rescue makes so much sense, because a barbershop in a community, in our community.
Oh, that's my homegirl. That's my homegirl, Cece. That's my homegirl, Cece.
You need to make sure that you, like, to me, the barbershop in our community is so important, because you find out information, you can go there, you can buy stuff, whatever the case may be. That can start the process, especially with the CBD oil and stuff like that. Because now, once people know, oh, it's helped me, it's official, I like this company, this, that, whatever, is owned by us, that will spread so fast. And that's the type of gossip we need in our community, rather than the bullshit. That's the shit that need to stop. That's the stuff that need to go viral. Something like this.
CC, why don't you come on the show next week? We need you on the show next week, CC. Talk about what you do. Yeah, so we coming up. We coming up on about the end of the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
That show turned out to be pretty good. We ain't really had time.
I let y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? I let y'all have the show today. Then we got Tony B on the Tony B show, man. She can talk now. One thing about Tony, she can talk.
I enjoyed it.
And she's a lot different from Charisma now. Charisma's a laid back dude.
I really enjoyed it.
So Tony, what you still doing the show? You still doing your show?
I had taken a break from doing it. I was looking for a different platform, based on the fact that I had invested in someone else's and wasn't getting any return. And I just couldn't, I was like truly investing in their stuff and didn't understand, their marketing process. And when I wanted to come to them, like, show me, well, how can I help? I know how to do this. It wasn't giving back. Like, I literally paid to do this and showed up on time and paid to be a part of it. And it kind of hurt me, because every time I wanted to basically find out about the marketing process for it, it wasn't nowhere. And I gave this person money every month, kept them afloat. And I just said, you know what? I can't.
That's why I turned you on to this. And that's why I turned you on to this. You can run this by yourself. You don't need nobody. You don't need no producer to do your own show.
That's where that selfishness come from. And that's where a person being scared and not being secure in in themselves to allow somebody else in, because they want to keep everything for themselves. And that right there is the issue, because unfortunately, people don't understand that there's enough out here for everybody. It's enough out here literally for everybody. Yeah, the cats don't get that.
Yep. I was seeing my info, and like you said, I'm one of those people. I mean, if you go and look me up, or I am one of those people that constantly believe in investing and helping if I can. If somebody asks me to show up, if somebody asks me to do this. So it kind of like when I did the show, I basically paid $250 every month solidly without any return. The most return I got was dedicating myself to doing something and giving out instructions and helping people. I got a return like that, but I honestly needed a return on my investment based on what things you had sold in me doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I kept saying, well, it's not enough just to come in and give money to be here, and I'm not getting any sponsorships. I think they should be helping with that, but it never seemed to come out that way, and I just had to let it go. And I felt it wasn't. It just didn't make sense because I gave like knowledge, money, help, and I invested in other things for the whole program, and I just felt like, hey, I gotta let this go because it's not giving me anything back in return.
And guess how much this platform costs to
Free.
run? Free. But I pay $25 because you want to add banners and stuff like that. So it's a little extra, and I can get up to 10 people at one time.
I got people that told me, honestly, I had people telling me you can do this like this, but I felt I'm a loyal person. You get what I'm saying? I have to do things within order and say, look, okay, I can't just like cut something off because my loyalty lies in what I said I was gonna do. So now that I know it's here, like whatever woke me up that made me start the day, something just snapped me up and was like I started talking and feeling it. I started feeling it to where, okay, when you asked me, I was like, okay. So I'm glad that I did it. And I feel like this conversation that I've had with these 3 kings, and then we have 4 kings right here on one platform, it actually, we put something in the world. I don't care what anybody say. It's saved somewhere in the world. We put out good. We've given 2 hours of conversation, and we've also had some solutions. You can't tell me that's not a positive thing because I know it is. I actually feel it. And I'm glad that I did it. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to meet you, Fuquan, and listen to what you had to say. And it wasn't rhetoric. I'm glad I listened to you, Jermaine. You know, Lamar, come on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm RL Stafford on here.
Yeah, that's family. That's what you see. I say Lamar.
So you call me by my family name.
Yeah, because I'm family. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. But I'm glad that this is a positive platform with good energy that brought up things that we can change, and we didn't have to curse each other out. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about it. That's all I got to say. Is y'all are really kings, and I was represented by some real kings today. Thank you, Lamar, for letting me be surrounded in this.
Okay, we gonna you welcome to come back anytime you want to. You anytime you want to. I'm gonna send you the link every week in case you want to come on or not. If you come on, you come on. You don't, you don't. Cause we go. I know he gonna hit it. We gonna fight we gonna fight charisma because I found he was Trump supporter anyway.
Oh my God! Somebody, y'all know real Trump supporters?
No, I'm just messing with him though. Okay. I'm just messing with him. But he good people.
Whoa.
Yeah. But yeah, you're welcome to come back anytime you want to and drop in and say do your thing. Just do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage you to get your show back started too. I used to watch your show. I tried to catch him when I was at work. Now you can go prime time. You just can't do it on Tuesday night.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you go prime time so people can see you now.
Yeah, I'm always text that Thursday slot.
Hey Tony, before I get too late and we get off, go ahead and send me a friend request.
Okay, how I can do? Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I click on here. See, I don't even be knowing. I click
that
on
way we can follow each other.
I will do it as soon as I go back in my thing. Oh, I can do it on Facebook. Duh.
Okay, y'all, we gonna get the parting shots in. Who want to go first?
I don't really have
a good night. I said enough. I ain't
What's parting shot? Tell me what
you say something before you get off and say this and that. Hey, look, I enjoyed the show. Look, I like. No, I'm saying that's a parting shot. Say what you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say.
Once again, we had a phenomenal show. We just keeping the momentum going, and everybody just support each other. Support is a like, support is a share. It ain't always monetary, so just support each other in any way you can.
All right, then what's up? Support each other. That's what the man word.
It's done. It is done.
All right, Tony B, you want to give a parting shot?
Of course, always the opportunity to put good out in the universe. When we started talking tonight and I saw this, I told you guys I usually read my acts of faith, and it really stands out because the first word it has on here is love creates an us without destroying the me. So in this space, everybody was able to shine in their own way, and I love it. And so it just gave everybody their own. You had power in what you were saying for Quan. You had power in what you were saying. You had power in allowing us to do this. So we're tamed and we're great, energetic, Black Nubian people that, you know, we're on the uprise. And I know people are nervous about it. They should be, because we ready. We ain't got to get ready. This group right here, we ready. We stay ready. I love y'all, and I'm going to do this with y'all. I'm going to rock with y'all. These are kings.
Rock with us then all
Rock with y'all.
night.
Rock with y'all. I'm gonna rock with y'all. I'm gonna rock with y'all. Watch it.
Hey, that's my girl right there. That's on Tony B. That's my girl right there.
Rock with y'all. There's other stuff that I put y'all on to when I know, but I'm gonna rock with y'all, and I'm gonna get that money to invest into that farm. I promise that is a deal. Some stuff coming my way. I'm gonna use it right. I tell God I don't want to fuck off my blessings, because I got a lot of them.
All right, Fit, what you got, bro? Come on, you gotta do something, man. You gotta say something, man.
I'll just reiterate what I said earlier. For anybody out there that's a person of, if you carbonated, if you're a Pan-African, if you're a Nubian, make it your business to support one of us every single week. If you want to do something small, look up Herb, the letter N, and Eden. And that's the soap that I buy. They have a bunch of products. That's one right there. You got to wash your ass. That's something you can buy. Shit, you can get a subscription, whatever. But find something to start circulating our dollar. Start small. But once we start doing it enough, then we can have corporations and things like that. I appreciate y'all jumping on, the support and everything like that. As usual, it was definitely a great show like we always have. I got to jump off. I got to jump on a Zoom at 9 o'clock, and I don't want to be late. So I love everybody out there. Feel free to hit me up, add me on Facebook, and just hit me up anytime. Later.
All right, my brother. Have a good one. All right, everybody. This is where we shut it down at right here, y'all. And I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in, sharing the live. I love y'all. Y'all can't do nothing about it. Just get in the overflow, baby. Get in the overflow. That's how we do it right about now. Check it out.
Listen to your song.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of just making ends meet. See, I want to be blessed. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith is size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed, to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in that recession. I got to do something with this life he give. His plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh, yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? See, we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it gonna happen. You gotta believe it. In your heart, and in your mind, and in your soul. So you gotta repeat this after me. See what you say. so you can say what you heard. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, you repeat after me. Come on, say. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, speak this thing into existence. Let's go. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Wanna be living. Oh, now y'all got it. Your blessings is on the way. Blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. I want heaven in the overflow. Right here on earth. Blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Oh, in the overflow. In the overflow. Blessed when I come, blessed when I come. Blessed when I go.